The next item is item number 4, and this is an application for a certificate of appropriateness. It's 292 Court Street in the Cobble Hill Historic District, docket number 15-6273, block 326, lot 58. And this is a theater building built in 1924. The application is to alter the facade and to install storefront infill, 2 barrier-free access ramps, a flag, a canopy, and an elevator bulkhead.
Good morning, Carousel Landmark staff. 292 Court Street is located on the west side of the street with DeGraw Street to the south and King Street to the north in the Cobble Hill Historic District. The application is to alter the front facade, including removing the existing metal paneling and restoring the terracotta underneath, installing metal louvers in the existing window openings, installing new painted metal storefront with a canopy and an access ramp to the storefront entrance, as well as a secondary access ramp to the side entrance. Flag at the existing flagpole and an elevator bulkhead that's visible from DeGraw Street. And Mary Dears is here to present the application.
Good morning, Chair and Commissioners. My name is Mary Dirks, and I'm the preservation consultant for the project. With me is Asif Ali from Ware Malcolm Architects and Ryan Kozicki from LaPorte Schools. This was originally the Paris Court Theater, built in 1924. What I don't have here, this will be the LaPorte School, which is a Montessori school for infants to kindergarten. It is this one? No. Okay. The marquee was removed in the, I think, the 50s. Metal screen was put on, kind of to cover up some of the scars. And but underneath is terracotta, and so the screen's going to come off, and the terracotta is going to be restored and patched. This is what it looked like as the Paris Court Theater. Big marquee, big sign. This is the designation photo. I did want to show you, I'm sorry, this is where the elevator bulkhead is going to go, and it's actually going to be lower than the biggest vent. So this is the existing, and this is the proposed. So the metal mesh will be removed. The terracotta will be coated to match the rest of the building because the terracotta is now coated and has been for a long time. There will be window replacement, 1/1 painted aluminum double hung. Louvers on the second floor, which is now a mechanical room and has louvers and will continue to be a mechanical room. There's going to be a new storefront and no change to the side bays. There will be new concrete access ramps. 2 are needed because this is a school with infants. You need 2 where cribs can be rolled to the street in case of fire or emergency. There will be a projecting glass canopy, glass and metal canopy, painted metal, kind of harking back to the marquee, but much more modest. And it will have lights that are at a low level near the facade. There'll be a new flag on the existing pole. That fencing is existing and will remain. The elevator bulkhead will show. This is existing. This is proposed. These are the details of the storefront and ramp. The storefront is in the traditional Court Street bulkhead, shop front, transom. The ramps, the bulkhead is within the Court Street range, but a little on the high side to balance the rails and the ramps. and to allow for a less bulky storefront framing system. It will be painted metal storefront. We worked with staff to make the railings as light as possible, and they are painted metal with the cable. The glass canopy is very simple and extends out 5 feet. These are details of the storefront. The canopy has letters at the top, painted metal.
Thank you. Are they,
This is
yes.
the color, which is going to be a darker color than the coated facade. And I'll get back to landmarks. Couple more things. These are the details. These are the plans. This is the rear facade. There are going to be windows, new sash, and some bricked up openings will be opened up. You can't actually see that from the street. Here's the elevation. That's the bulkhead. It extends 3.5 feet above the existing bulkhead. This is the existing plan, proposed plan. These are views. It is visible from Court Street and visible from DeGraw Street. It blends in. This is, you can see from the mock-up more easily than from the montage, where it's all white. More views. More views. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions? Yes.
The bulkhead of the storefront, what's the material for that?
The bulkhead is going to be stucco to match the existing bulkhead and painted to match existing.
Okay, and then the lower portion of the storefront, which is
I'm sorry, the bulkhead of the storefront,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
That's painted metal.
painted metal. And the reason for the height is that related to the function,
It's
or?
not related to the function. It balances out the ramp and allows for a smaller shop front window and
Sorry.
a lighter framing system.
Mhm.
The height is, the height is 23 inches, so it's not like super high.
Okay. Other questions? Yes, Michael?
The section on A813 shows the louvers flush with the facade.
The
You
louvers
you
would
show a
be-
shadow here. I'm curious to know which it is, because I'm wondering if you couldn't perhaps not put some sort of a decorative screening in each of those openings to conceal the louvers.
Well, the louvers are going to be in the same plane as the windows, so they're not going to be flush with the facade.
So you could
that's
conceivably
better.
put a decorative screen in front of that.
We could.
Okay.
Staff wanted to reiterate what Mary said before, that the railings have been modified to be more transparent.
Okay. Any other questions? All right, thank you. We'll take public testimony. Barbara Zay? Barbara Zay here? All right. Are there any other speakers on this item? Any speakers? Community Board 2? All right, we're just seeing if we're going to get the community board's recommendation. Are there any other questions for the applicant, or we can close the hearing? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Comments and questions? I think actually this is it seems like an appropriate reuse of this building. move theater, now it's going to become a school. I think that they've been sensitive to bringing back the terracotta, and that's a good thing because they're going to remove the grill. And I think Commissioner Devonshire's recommendation to try and put a decorative screen where the louvers are would in fact enhance the facade. Are there any other comments?
My only comment is that the bulkhead seems a little high to me. It seems sort of, no, the bulkhead of the storefront, not
Right.
the elevator bulkhead. It just seems a little high and kind of sort of cheesy.
Like it keeps the kids away from the glass.
Maybe if that's
want
its
it to be lower?
function. But see, that's the thing. If there's a programmatic reason, it's a different thing. I'm just thinking proportionally, it looks kind of odd, but whatever.
All right, but not
I'm
held
not
that.
married to that.
I'm not married to that, okay. All right. And there's no resolution from the community board, so why don't we, yes, okay, should we read the resolution? Roberta, you want to do that?
In the matter of 292 Court Street, Cobble Hill Historic District. An application is to alter the facade and install storefront infill to barrier free access ramps, flag, a canopy, and elevator bulkhead. I recommend approval, finding that the proposed work will not eliminate or cause damage to any significant features, that the removal of the non-historic metal cladding and restoration of the terracotta facade will bring the building closer to its historic appearance, that the proposed louvers at the second floor windows will be set back within the existing masonry openings to align with the historic placement of windows and will be painted in a light tan finish to blend with the end of the masonry, that the configuration of the storefront infill consisting of a paired door and transom set between two display windows and transoms and bulkheads will reinforce the symmetry of the facade and will evoke historic storefronts within the district. That the material and finish of the painted metal storefront framing will harmonize with the building, that the central lines of the proposed metal and glass marquee and lighting will align with the historic features of the facade, and that historic precedent exists for a marquee in this location, that the marquee signage is well scaled to the building entrance and will not detract from the historic features of the building, that the concrete ramp will blend in with the surrounding concrete sidewalk, and the painted steel railings will blend in with the finish of the marquee and storefront framing, that the proposed ramps will allow area-free access in the least obtrusive manner possible, that the proposed flagpole is a historic feature found in historic photos, and its installation will not overwhelm the building, that the proposed elevator bulkhead will only be visible over the secondary facade from a side yard on Ross Street and will be finished to blend in with the existing rooftop bulkhead and therefore will not call undue attention to itself, and that the proposed work will enhance the special architectural and historic character of the building in the Cobble Hill Historic District.
And do you want to note the recommendation to include?
Screen. Oh,
Screen.
yes, and,
Decorative
that,
screen.
And that the presenters work with the staff in showing some kind of a decorative screen to be placed in front of the grills.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Right, this